Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. In our last episode, I thought I was done. And that's because we built the dam here, and it's holding back a bunch of water, which is good in case we happen to forget to turn off pumps. And also it pushes water into this area here, which gives us a nice new green area over here if we needed to use it for something. So I thought I was done, and then I was reminded that I forgot one new thing. The underground ruins. So we need to get over here and get down into there. And I was looking at how to do this, off camera, of course. And, you know, you might be able to get a new district set up over here. We might be able to get a new district set up. Let me see, how far can we go? Yes, we can't even get that far to do any building, so we have to put the district center up here if we're gonna do it on this side. But it's an awful long way away, so I don't want to do that one quite there. So I was trying to figure out where else to do this, because the only way to get over here is via this. And so then I looked at, well, can I get up and over this mountain? And I can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually start the district right in here someplace. And we're going to blast this blast a passage through this mountain. And then that district there will extend it far enough to get over to that. And I thought that'd be a fun engineering project for the for this little epilogue episode of Timberborn. So let's throw down a road here. And let's start putting down, let's see, we need to build a staircase up. So maybe like here, like that. I think this is in range for this town. Of course, it's nighttime now. Yep, they should be able to reach, I think, the whole thing once they get it started. I think they'll be able to get all the way up there. If not, we'll have to see, but we can't go any further than this. So we're going to have to put the district, or end the district in here someplace, but we'll see how far up they can build, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to keep it at the highest speed so we can get through as much of this as possible in one episode, or hopefully all of it in one episode. Hopefully. I mean, it shouldn't be much once we get in there, so I'm hoping that'll be good. In the meantime, we can come over here and take a look at and unlock the mine. The mine takes 1 gear, 1 fancy plank every 8 hours to provide 2 metal. Or it takes 1 hour to provide 20 science. Or maybe that's an and. We need to actually see. We don't know what that takes. I'm assuming it's an or. But we'll have to see. But we have, 35,000 science. So I really, really, really don't need any more. Yes, I could unlock these 3 statues. And we could have put those up already. Or we could have put them up yet. That would be fine. But I just didn't think we'd done those before. They weren't new, and for the purposes of the series, I didn't think it was necessary. But doing this, I think, is necessary enough. So let's pause again just to see here. Yeah, we can get up there a decent amount. We can't get all of it covered, but we should be able to blast enough of it that we can get through here. So let's do some dynamite. What if we do like all of that? Like all of that, and like all of that. Unpause again, and let's see what happens. We're not going to be able to quite reach all of these over here, but I think if we can pull this off just about right. We'll be okay. Because we'll be able to reach this one, and these 3, and then maybe after we blast those, they'll be able to reach those because it's a shorter walk, because it's down 1 block kind of thing. Because I have to also remove this staircase as well. So we'll let them work on those. It's going to take them a little bit of time because there's only 4 people working. So they're going to have to, run and come back and run and come back. And the explosives are way over here someplace, so. It's going to take them a few days to get them all done because of the 4 people. We could potentially put in a workers building. That would speed it up. But I think I'm just going to leave it alone. But yeah, I was hoping that we could, set a district up over here too, but I just don't think that there's enough, really enough room. I was kind of hoping to get it all the way over here, but it just didn't work out. I mean, I guess we could also, when we get this going, we could also build a platform out here onto the river. And I also thought about, well, what if I put in another block of floodgate that we get a little more water flowing through here? And that might be a good idea, a good thing to work on too. As you know, like further advancement to this, but I think we've done enough. Other than this, of course. All right, good. They are all working. I don't know where number 4 is. Number 4 might be a little lame or something. I don't know. Or maybe they did all come up here. Might have had something else to do too, I suppose. It's doing the order that I placed them, so it's doing them in rows because that's how I place them in rows. And we have an incoming drought too, of course. Of course. I think what I'm going to do, just kind of save time in the episode, is pause it and come back when we're ready to blast. I'll be right back. And welcome back. We're ready to blast. There we go. Okay, so we can also delete this now. And then let's take a look at our range here. It didn't help as much as I hoped it would. That's okay. I think we'll be able to pull it off well enough anyway. And we can also add some blasting later too. So let's go back to this and let's clear out this whole area again. I'm actually going to clear out that part too, I think. Maybe even have them do a couple up here. A couple more. Like that. It's going to take them a little while longer. So I think what I will do is I will pause again. But this time I will pause until I've got this whole area blasted down and I'm ready to expand, I think, into this so we can experiment with that as part of this episode. So I will be right back once again. And welcome back once again. I ended up building a builder's hut and employed 4 barrel bots there, which helped out a lot. So we're done in just a few days' time. And so let's detonate this. Let's slow it down too, just for fun. Now, one of the things that I noticed as I was doing this is that this level here is the same as this level here. So we're going to actually probably didn't need to do that last layer, but I did it anyway. We're going to take the road this way, and then we'll build a staircase here. We're going to also need to separate out a, put a district gate in here somewhere. I kind of wish the district gates were just placeable on top of an existing road. So you'd have to go in and delete the road and all that kind of stuff. But let's just delete over here someplace. We can always move it later if we don't like where it is. But we'll put a district gate in here. Like that. And then we can put a district center in here. And what I would like to do with this district center is actually make it be a barrel bot only district. I think that'd be fun. I think that's kind of fits the theme here a little bit. And so I want to actually get rid of this building. Well, I'll just pause it, take the barrel bots out. But I want to send over some barrel bots into this district. Let's see, this is coming from Hollywood. Barrel bots don't need houses. Let's just send 10. Now, of course, we need to also send over some fuel. So we need to have a... what is it at? Here, labor? No. Storage. No. Labor? Yes. There we go. We need to have one of these because we need to send over their fuel and the catalyst. And I need to see what the numbers were that we were doing. Fuel and catalyst. Catalyst was 20. Fuel... What was it called? Oh, we did 50 of it. Biofuel, 50, right. Alright, so 20 catalyst, 50 biofuel. Just so that we have at least some of each in here. And then, of course, we want to come over here to our other distribution point, this one here. And we can add in 2 new routes to here. Biofuel. And catalyst. So add a couple of bots to this to help with that job. And then we'll have 10 bots in here doing all the work. We just need to switch this over to that. And then we're going to need to import also some planks and logs because we don't have any up here. Do we have any room here for you? No. Guess we'll have to do it here. Planks and logs. Let's do Let's do 50 logs and 20 planks. So we have to build some steps down and things like that. But this will get us quite a distance across. Should I send the planks and logs from here? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll do this one. Add new route into here. Planks and logs, logs and planks. And then up into here. Planks. Far. And I'll put 2 more barrel bots in there too, just to kind of help with those routes. So now that they're here, we want to get down into this thing. And this is going to require no power. Needs to get our path down there. I just kind of want to see what it looked like. Let's come down. Let's come down right here. So we don't have to build any structure. We just do the steps. There. Actually, I should do it here. Pause. I want to do it differently. I changed my mind. I'm going to put the structure in. Because I want to have it be coming straight down at the thing. It's kind of arbitrary, I suppose. We're doing it anyway. There we go. And then, for example, these guys would actually have quite a large district we could do. And we could even, try and do some sort of connection over to this area here using, suspension bridges or something along that line if we really wanted to connect those 2 districts together. I suppose I could have put this over by 1 more tile and it would have been perfect. C'est la vie. Okay, so we're down here. So we need to have a path there, of course. And then we also want to have our mine. And we'll just do that. And this needs logs, gears, and treated planks. Oh dear, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're going to use this transport. How many... 3 golems left. This transport for the gears. Let's set it at 20 gears. And that's mostly just so that they'll keep them moving. And we'll take the planks out of this one. And we'll put in fancy planks instead here. Treated planks? Is that what they're called? Yep. Here we go. And then we're going to set that one to 20 as well. Because as soon as they appear here, these 10 are going to go zoop and take care of it real quick. Like that. So I don't have to worry about them, having too much here or not bringing in enough because there's too much here. Because they're going to spend it right away until they run out. How? Yeah, I think in order to do a bridge here, we'd have to do something with steps too. We could even just do a platform crossing with steps, just because of where this is, and then I would probably just do a district gate up here someplace. I just wonder if this is actually close enough for them to be able to do maintenance on this, or if it's still too far. It's probably close enough. For them to be able to do that maintenance. I would think so. So if I wanted to do a crossing, I think I would do it like really close to this dock. Like right across here. That way I didn't have very much zigzag going on with this. And then just build it all the way across. Golem is out of fuel. Oh, you must have... Oh. Maybe I should put a fuel tank up here. Since I bet you that was one of the transportation ones. So if we take a fuel tank... Yeah. Was that under science? No. Oh, yeah. Biofuel tank. Let's put one up here. that won't go there because it's plugged into, of course, it's right where I have the entrance gate. Can it go? No, not well. I think I'll just set it here, but set it back by one. And then I'll just do a path like that. And whoever can reach it is going to build it. It doesn't matter who. Whoever has the stuff. I'm surprised this doesn't take any metal to make, but then again, on the other hand, if you used up all your metal, and this is all you had left, then maybe you wouldn't worry about it so much. So yeah, so we can make scrap metal or science points from this, depending on what we want to feed into it. As we saw, we can feed into it nothing but time to get science points, or we can feed into it gears and treated planks to get scrap metal. Given the fact that we're still mining scrap metal over there and over here, I think it's only logical to get science out of it, except for the fact that we have so much science being generated right now that it's kind of pointless. Nevertheless, we're going to build it, and we'll at least turn that part on, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, and it takes up to 10 workers. I'm going to put like 6 into it, I guess. Given that there's four spots here. Not that, I guess, I didn't have them all signed, but we do have a lot of gears coming in, so we should be able to build those. Ah, the drought is over. So, had the drought lasted longer, too long even, and we started needing to have to pull water back out of the river, we could easily drop, and I'm going to demonstrate that because I should have been able to in the last episode and didn't. Why is it not pausing? Oh, it is pausing. Okay. If I click on one of these, I can actually drop this down. And I can even drop it all the way down. And it'll just let all that water in that huge reservoir through. I don't want to do that, but I could do that. But that would at least give us the ability to reflood this if it ran dry. And that's the purpose of that huge reservoir. It's actually not that huge either. We talked about it early on in the series. 6 water per block, 5 water per block on the, or 6 water per block. These are at 2.5. So that last half would store 3 water per block each. So you end up with, not that much water in that reservoir, but you could easily make it bigger too. You could blast out more of it or whatever. Oh, we need to kick the speed back up again. I turned it down to show the water in slow-mo and then didn't turn it back up again. Almost there on the logs. That's good. Gears are coming along slowly. Treated planks even more slowly. But it's taken them a while to get them all hauled up here, which makes some sense. And luckily, these guys can all work at night, so 24 hours around the clock, so it makes it easy. We should be getting there. I was going to say we should be getting overflow again pretty soon. Now that we have that, it's flowing down here too. Once that fills in and overflows that little pond, it'll flow that way again, just like it did before. So we should be able to turn these on now. And these two. Ooh, that one dried out. Oops. There we go. Here it comes now. I'm just going to turn them on. It's nighttime. And it's, doesn't really matter. I wonder why this dried out. Is it using more because of the... Because of the increased amount of plants and plant life here? Like they're absorbing more? I don't know. There it goes. And then we'll take this one out here. Because we weren't drawing any water out of it. So if it was at the, the 5-6 level of the dams with the spillways, then I don't know why it did that. Unless it has to do with plant absorption. Okay, how far are we along? Lots of gears, lots of treated planks. Let's see here. What do we have? Maple pastries. Some little flooding here. Treated planks, there we have 83 of those left in stock. The gears are somewhere underneath, I think. But we have 85 of those in stock. So it's just a transportation issue now. Suppose I could have them stop shipping logs. Might not be a bad idea. That way they don't take up their time with it. I wonder if I do that. Would that tell them to go and get the biofuel from here and bring it all the way over here and fill this tank up? I think it will. I think that's what we figured out before. Gears. And we're going to actually get stuck on gears. Do I have gears being made that I can ship over from somewhere else? How much gears do you have? 11. Yeah, not enough there. Here we should have a whole box full of gears. Oh, yes, we do. Okay, so you guys are here. We have extra people here? No. Nope. Okay, well then, it doesn't matter. We're going to add a route. I want you to bring gears all the way the crap over here. And then finally, this one here, it has some as well. 138, so we could ship some over from there if we wanted. That's just a long trek. Not that this one's not. Not that it's not at all. We could take those planks and logs that we had been having shipped over, and we could do the thing here. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Plus, getting across here would actually be pretty tough, unless we use a suspension bridge to get across that span. You know, like build up a little bit, even to here. Ooh, wait a minute. Could we get to... The problem is getting up from there to there. We could potentially do something like this. And get across there. That's a different height. Yeah, it's a bummer. But that's something like we could do. We could come... We'd have to come across... We'd actually have to come across this way. Just because of the depth of this, we'd have to stack so many triples on top of each other. It'd be kind of, I don't know, defeating the purpose, I guess. So instead, if we did this, and then we just kind of came across this way. And then to like there. We could come this way. I'm going to run out of planks because I turned them off. And then come up here. And then go this way. Then we have 2 here. We'll do that. And then we can do this. And that. And I kind of wish that when you clicked on this, it would show another symbol here saying, hey, you can, this will work once it's all built. But we don't have one. Let's see, logs, we don't have any planks left. Yeah. And I think I turned them all off. You're full. You have 1 spot left. Planks. How many more gears are you going to need? Another 110. How many more gears do you have? 174. Okay, we'll be okay with what we have manufactured then. It's just a matter of time. I could probably increase the gear limit until at least we get to that point and then let them keep moving from there. I think I turned off logs too, and we don't have any logs coming up there. Okay, flood, you can go away anytime. There we go. Although I suspect I could probably turn off gears in this town, given all of that. All the fact that we don't have any, hardly. Yeah. Let's put logs back in. Just so we fill that up. We don't need treated planks. Oh, we do need treated planks if we're going to keep transporting, or if we're going to try the other recipe, the this scrap metal recipe. How much? Yeah, that's 2 scrap for those ingredients. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff for just to get 2 scrap. Unless that's not scrap. That is scrap. Two scrap. It's a lot of ingredients for 2 scrap. That would have to be desperate times. Desperate times indeed. We've run that pretty close to dry. They're chopping these ones over here, but there's only 1 worker over here. It takes a bit of time. I have 2 of them here. So they cut through these a lot faster. Could be worthwhile to have another woodcutter over there, but it also meters it out and stabilizes the wood economy a little bit. Let's see, we are still in the fairly green color here, so it's a little yellow there. I think in the end it's a little hard to tell in the dark, but I think we're getting there. All right, good. We've made it over here to the steps now. It's definitely getting a little yellow there, but we're still well within our line here. Let's do this, and let's change. Wait, where are you? You're over here. Let's change this here, right there, to be a gate, and then we'll connect this up. And now they're done. It's also a potentially shorter trip for these folks to transport their gears over. And we got a little bit further. We didn't get hardly any further, but that's just because I had to take such a circuitous route. I could potentially blast through here now and have a shorter route somewhere. But we'll live with it. We will live with it. How goes? They haven't brought any catalyst over in a while. So there's not much left. They're shipping it all out. So we may need another catalyst refinery. Or another catalyst refiner. Let's just add a refiner in there. Are we good on? Yeah, we're still good on those. And then, so let's see here. Another 60 gears. I could cut a little bit off of this distance here, like that. Add a little bit more to the effect there. At least it gets me as far as that. I'd have to put in, you know, some other kind of crossing here if we wanted to be able to get across this because of this floodgate. Even some of these suspension bridges would work, or just some platforms would work. Although we'd have to get pretty far down there to get these to work. We'd have to go with triples to get those to work. But we could do that. We really only have to put them down enough to get past. So like these 3. And if we wanted to add another floodgate in here, we'd have to add another platform. We don't really need the whole link, just that bypass segment. Okay, hopefully the gears are inbound for the last 60. They're coming from here, so it's a bit tough. Let's do this. How many gears do you have left? 161, yeah. Yeah, we borrow a couple people from there. Let's see, we have a lot of these guys too. Let's top this off, actually. That'll work out much better. In fact, we could even do that. We really don't need all these workers. I mean, they do haul the gears here to ship out, but they're going to be a lot faster than the actual shippers are. Hey, here they come. Look at that. They're coming this way now. Nice. And the last 30 or so here. Keep them coming. Probably have to wait one more day. No, maybe not. Let's drop this limit down again. One more gear, and I think it just got delivered. It did. Beautiful. All right. A mine in a hole. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, it's going to produce science points every 1.7 hours. That's because of the productivity we have because of 6 people. If we had all 10 people in there, it would be at 1 hour. One person is 10 hours, which makes sense. And then if we toggle it over to this one, every gear and treated plank would get us 2 scrap metal, which, like I said, is not very efficient. And the top speed on that one is 1.8 hours. So slow speed must be what? Like almost 10 hours? Or 18 hours, rather? Yeah. I was going to say almost 20 hours. All right. Well, I think we'll leave this on science, because why not? And we'll see what happens with that, with this game in the next update. And we may come back, as I mentioned, I think at the end of the last episode, with some Iron Teeth. I only played them just a tiny bit, so we could definitely come back with those, but that'll come when things slow down a little bit. For now, we're gonna leave this here for real this time, and we will just say that we had a little bit of an epilogue here with the underground mine. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.